Welcome to the Lifestyle Medicine Update. I'm Dr. James Meschino. A study reviewed in Runner's World magazine March 12, 2021 referenced an important study showing that plant protein can be just as effective as animal protein for muscle gains in young, healthy individuals. Now, it's well established that you need two things to build muscle tissue and lean mass: resistance training and adequate protein intake. Now, many studies over the years have shown that animal protein, especially whey protein, is superior to vegetable and other protein sources for muscle tissue and lean mass development because it contains a more complete complement of amino acids for muscle protein synthesis, as well as higher amounts of the amino acid leucine, which directly prompts muscles to turn on genetic switches that trigger muscle protein synthesis to occur. This study cited it involved 38 men, average age 26, who started a 12-week sort of leg-focused resistance training program. So the study that I'm referring to today in Runner's World magazine involved these 38 sort of young individuals in their mid-20s. They did a 12-week resistance training program that focused on leg strength development. Half of the men in the group were longtime vegans, and the other half were longtime omnivores, meaning that they ate meat as well as plant foods. The participants followed their usual diet while adding a supplement. So the vegans added a soy supplement protein, and the omnivores added a whey protein supplement to ensure that they were all getting 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. That's the amount recommended by the American College of Sports Nutrition to support athletic activity if you're really training hard. For someone who weighs 170 pounds, for example, they would require 124 grams of protein per day to meet this standard. That's a lot of protein. At the end of the 3 months, both groups showed significant increases in the lean mass that they gained in their legs, and also hypertrophy, the size of their legs. And they both improved strength basically to the same degree. The researchers concluded, as long as you're getting the amount of protein you need, the source appears to be less important. However, purely the athletes who were relying only on plant-based protein tended to need more protein supplementation to get the amount of protein they needed at 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight. The researchers indicated that the vegan lifters needed about 58 grams of supplemental soy protein each day to get to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. By comparison, the omnivore group needed only 41 grams per day because they were getting more protein from the animal food, so they didn't need as much from the whey supplement. They also note that this study was done on relatively young men, and that further research needs to be done on other populations such as older adults and women who may have more trouble making and maintaining muscle, and they may benefit from more specific types of protein sources like whey protein, for example, because previous studies have shown that whey protein is an effective source of protein for older subjects to use to gain muscle mass, to gain lean mass, to gain strength, which in turn improve their functional daily capabilities. In the accompanying text, I provided a list of the plant-based foods that are really good options that provide a decent amount of protein. So look over those plant-based foods so you can see how many grams of protein you get from a cup of lentils and from edamame and mixed beans and chickpeas and veggie burgers and tofu and hemp seeds and soy milk. And that would give you an idea of how many grams of protein you're getting from a standard serving size. But in summary, I would say that if you don't have a job that's physically demanding, it's very wise to have a resistance training program of some kind that you do throughout all of adult life. Otherwise, loss of muscle mass begins in a person's late 20s, and by middle life and beyond, the loss of muscle mass and strength can lead to a significant loss in functional ability required for many simple day-to-day tasks, culminating in later years into a need for a walker, a wheelchair, or a scooter, not to mention falls that lead to hip fractures and other types of fractures. The time to address lean mass preservation and even strength gains is many years before these dreaded and unnecessary outcomes manifest themselves. In addition to resistance training, ingesting the required amount of protein each day is also essential to preserving and gaining muscle and lean mass. If you routinely don't get enough protein each day from food to achieve at least 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, then using a protein powder shake is something you should really consider. I personally use a whey protein shake each day that's helped me gain lean mass in conjunction with the training program that I do. But based on this study, soy protein shakes appear to be a good alternative for at least younger individuals wishing to maintain a pure vegan or vegetarian approach. So I've included the reference for this information in the text below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.